One of the most crucial mindset shifts we can make is from one of scarcity into abundance. It's been a game changer for me in the last several years, and making this transition has greatly impacted my inner peace and my positive outlook while expanding my life and business in ways I never thought would have been possible for me. Last week, I began our discussion on the importance of developing an abundance mindset. And today, I want to emphasize and go a little bit further with the fact that scarcity is an illusion. And I can't reiterate enough just how continuing to buy into that lie of scarcity and lack is stealing from us. And it's keeping us stuck in this smaller and harder existence than the one that we were created for. Abundance is an appreciation of life and its fullness. It's joy, it's strength of mind, body, and soul. And it's the cultivation of, the respect for, the admiration of, and trust in the creative energy and flow of the universe as God created it. Isn't that beautiful? Abundance is an all-sufficiency of supply. It's a full measure of infinite good. Abundance is also a choice. It's a mindset. And it's trading fear and perceived lack for faith that more is always available and that more is coming and that better is constantly flowing into our lives like a river. Yet to transition to an abundant mindset and open to all the possibilities that are available to us, we've got to shift our focus to where we already have more than enough instead of always seeing what we don't have and what we believe to be apparent lack. You see, we operate from this place of constant lack. And I'm here to tell you that lack is an illusion. It's a lie that we come to believe based upon our skewed perspective of life experiences and the messages that we receive from other people. And then we create this construct in our minds that there's this infinite fixed amount of everything. And it just shows up, that lack shows up everywhere in our lives. And there just never seems to be enough time, energy, support, resources, or money. And we develop the habit of focusing on what's missing and what we don't have. Then that survival reptilian brain is always looking for a threat. It's looking for the problem. It's looking for what's wrong and what bad thing is going to happen next. So it's always going to see the lack. We learn to live in that state of survival and self-protection. And as we do, we block the flow of abundance in our lives. But we do have a choice in each moment. We can choose to see the problems, the negative things that are happening to us, but we get to change the story and change our interpretation of what we see. Lack is a story. It's an illusion that we superimpose on all areas of our lives all the time. And we aren't aware that everything is about perspective. So we just accept this story of lack as truth. But the glass isn't just half empty. And it's not just half full either. The glass is both. And it's our choice to see it the way we choose to see it. How we choose to look at something determines what's possible for us. And what we open to in our minds is what we're open to receiving in our lives. Lack is one choice. It's one perspective. But it's not truth. God says so. It's an illusion. God, our Father, our Creator, the Creator of the entire universe, promises us as His beloved children that everything we need is available to us in abundance and that we will have life to the full, lacking nothing. In John 10:10 in the Bible. And then He tells us in Psalm 23:1 that He's our shepherd and we shall not want. And God's not a liar. He didn't promise us something that's not available to us. And the reason our reality doesn't line up with His promise is because our limited beliefs block His unlimited provision in our lives. So it's time that we make the shift. We've got to begin to feel into the abundance and receive it as truth. Abundance is our inheritance. It's our portion. We are abundant because God is. It's His nature. He can't be anything but abundant. And His abundance surrounds us, flows into us, flows through us, and it flows from us. We just have to align our minds with it and win the war in our heads to tune into the truth so that we can experience it in our hearts and then see it in our lives. We've got to stop living backwards. We live conditionally, just waiting for that stockpile of resources to be evident in front of us so that we can feel secure and believe that abundance is available to us. And instead, we've got to shift our mindset into having faith that an abundance of whatever we need is accessible to us, even if we can't see it yet, even if we have no idea where it's going to come from. But we trust that because God is an unfailing, lavish, abundant supplier and source of everything we need and we want, it is going to be there when we need it. And when we shift into that truth in our minds, then we open up to the flow of His abundance in our lives. We live in faith then, and not a prisoner of fear and lack. We're creating our reality by our beliefs. And if we want a new reality, we've got to expand our beliefs and shift into a new mindset. And from that place, we empower change to happen, powerful change in our lives. And the flow of abundance opens. So will you decide to stop limiting our unlimited God by buying into the lies that scarcity and lack feed you? Will you stop settling for a smaller, harder existence than the one that He intends for you by continuing to react to the threats and the bullying of lack and fear? Instead, make the choice, do the work to train your mind. It is a discipline, a daily discipline with the truth that abundance is your birthright, that it is your inheritance, and everything you need to live your unique purpose is available to you. And all of heaven is at your disposal to support you in being who God created you to be. Open to the possibilities and let God's unlimited goodness flow in.